So my name is James Pinsky. I'm a Navy veteran, retired chief. I was introduced to House in the Woods by a fellow Marine friend of mine named Mark Oliva with NSSF. He brought me up along with another friend of ours from another Marine. Last year we came up here and hunted bears with Paul House and his House in the Woods program. Learned all about Paul and his wife and their loss of their son Joel in Iraq a few years ago. Both myself and Mike and Mark all did our time overseas. We understand what kind of a sacrifice that is. And we thought it was remarkable that Paul and his family were able to turn such a tragedy into something so helpful to veterans like myself and everybody else that comes up here. Because of our love for hunting, it was very easy for us to come up here and relate A, to veterans, and B, to Paul and his family. And the opportunity to hunt bears is terrific. So we didn't get to see a bear last year. Some people did. Some people did kill a bear. We didn't get to see one, but that really wasn't the point. The point was meeting veterans, meeting Paul, hearing the story, seeing all the great things that they do. And Paul felt like he wanted us to try to get a bear, so he invited us back. And I said, well, okay, thank you. But I knew if I came back, I wanted to bring back something that I thought was worthy of what they were able to do for us. So through a network of friends in the industry, in the outdoor industry, I was able to put together a package of things that I thought could really help Paul continue to serve the veteran community. And included in that package is a Model 7 that I already had. We took that Model 7 and we engraved it. My good friends at Firefly in Warrenton, Virginia donated the engraving. Then my great friend Andy Larson, who owns Skinner Sights, donated the scope and the mount and the rings to go for the rifle. We know it's for bear hunting, so we wanted a real close range illuminated optic, and that's what his scope does. It's a 1:6, and he was very happy to do that. He owns Skinner Sights in Missoula, Montana. And then we reached out to a great industry friend at Hornady, and Hornady immediately rogered up and helped us with ammo. And as far as I know, they're going to continue to help him with ammo as soon as they can meet the supply. So we sighted the gun in with the new Hornady 150 grain ELDX, and the gun loves it. It's great for bear, it's great for moose. I actually used a 7mm Rod 8 a few years ago to take my first bear ever in Maine at a completely different time, and also a moose. I took a moose with a 7mm Rod 8. So I knew the cartridge was capable, and it just seemed to be the right gun. The stock's green, House in the Woods colors are green, and it just seemed to all work out. So I thought that this would be a great way to show Paul, not only are we thankful, but we wanted to honor what he does for all of us. And I had the ability to do it. I felt like having the ability to do it and not acting on it would be morally and ethically wrong. And it's really representative of all the vets. I just happened to be the guy that had the ability to do it, so I did. But it's really from everyone. It's from every vet that walks through that door, now and before and later, because that's how we all feel. I can tell you that right now. This is how all of us feel with what Paul does for us and what his family does for us and all the volunteers. So that's why we're here. Kim Emery, who does PR for Grizzly Coolers, she was able to help us with a cooler. So Grizzly Coolers donated, I think it's a 165 quart cooler, which is going to be put to great use here. So we have the cooler, we have the rifle, the scope, some ammo, and it's all part of helping other people be able to enjoy what Paul's already doing. And it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to get to meet someone like Paul and his family. And it reminds me every day that no matter what happens in my life, I have two choices. I can choose to be miserable, or I can choose to find the positive in it and do something good, not only for myself, but for those around me, because that's what Paul's done. And I remember that every day, and I use it every day of my life.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated.
Of course.
So this gun here that Jay is holding, which was presented to us today, is for our veterans, for us to use, primarily for the bear hunt, but we can use it for other hunts, moose hunt. It'll take down a moose, it'll take down a deer as well, or a coyote, whatever. But this gift is not just the rifle itself, but it's the thought that goes behind it. And our appreciation to you is bringing our veterans, our heroes, here to Maine on these bear hunts. And to us, you're like brothers to us and sisters. So when we receive a gift like this, it's very heartfelt. It's sometimes hard to put in words what it means. And especially when I saw the engraving of our son, that meant even more. And I can't thank you personally enough to take the initiation to make this happen, because that's special. It's not just something you can go buy in a store. And to me, it's worth more than if somebody wrote a check out for $1 million. Because I know that you're doing it from the heart, because you want to do it.
Well,
and,
yeah.
you know, and you're giving back.
Thank you.
You're giving back. And that's what it's about, right? I'm not a veteran. You are. And all the veterans here, you know what it's like. That camaraderie, that brotherhood. But I feel through the loss of my son, I have that. And instantly, I do bond with veterans because of my son and because of what you guys do. So that gift is special, and we're going to use it for special purposes, and that's hunting with our vets. And the boxes of ammo, it may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but to me it does. Even if it was one bullet. I don't take anything lightly.
Yeah, Hornady was so moved.
Oh, go ahead.
When I reached out to Hornady, Hornady was so moved, and Angie has the email. Seth, the new PR guy from Hornady, was so moved that he took this on personally, and he shared his personal contact information for us because he was so impressed and so moved by what you've done. And the only reason we don't have a case in front of us is they just don't have it.
Yeah.
And for him to say that he doesn't have it, he doesn't have it. Yeah. But I guarantee you, the first batch that they get will come to you. And you know, Hornady, like most companies in our industry, they're all very noble, they're all very patriotic. But of all the companies I've worked with over the years, a company like Hornady is perfect to match up with somebody like you, because they've always been a company that would do something like this.
There again, it's another very personable thing. It's not just some company. And him, the guy you're talking about, couldn't give us a case, but he took it upon himself, because he really does care about our men and women.
Oh yeah.
And what we're doing and what you guys have done. So again, another reason, that's why we do what we do. We're here to help each other, and as a country. Now the cooler, that's another subject. That'll come in handy. As a matter of fact, we got some ice in another cooler that's probably won't hold ice as good as this one, so that's what we're going to do when we get back, is dump the ice from that other older cooler into this one. It probably will keep for days.
Oh yeah, this
right?
is.
Not to mention bears.
So,
the bears
yeah.
we don't have room for.
To keep our bears cool. When
The 18 bears that we're going to harvest this week.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to put that ice, put it to use. So, yeah, we do moose hunts, deer, bear hunts, different things, put our food in, as you know.
Right.
Again, another personable thing, and you probably can share how this, well, you did a little bit, I guess, how this all came about.
Sure. So, I mean, in the gun writing industry, sometimes we get opportunities to use things, and the cooler came to me for an elk hunt, and I'm a terrible elk hunter, so I didn't get to use the cooler. And I asked Kim, who's at Firefly Publicity, I said, hey, Kim, I'm going to go up to this nonprofit place in Maine to hunt bears, and they could really use this cooler. Can I donate this cooler? It's brand new. I didn't even use it for anything. Can I donate it to them? And she said, yes, we'd love that. I said, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do. So we brought it up, and that's why it's here. That's why it's here.
Well, we'll put it to use, for sure. Many uses. So whether we're doing trips, sometimes we do go fishing trips. We'll go away for 2 or 3 days, or could be a moose hunt. We got a moose hunt coming right up here at the end of October.
Yep.
We could throw this thing in the vehicle, use it. So it'll have many purposes. So, and I can't thank each of the companies for what they did. The scope, the rounds that we have here, the cooler. Just my thank you to them for thinking about us and you sharing our story. And that's,
Yep.
that special also. Let people know what we're doing here at House in the Woods.
As soon as I tell them, as soon as I tell anybody about you, they instantly help with what they can do. I didn't even have to finish the pitch,
Wow.
and the
amazing.
scope, the rings, the ammo, the cooler, you know, and then we're working with another company, with Angie to get some more help, and to do some more things with you. But I mean, this is what veterans do. Veterans look out for each other, and because of the way you treat us, and the way and what you do for us, you're one of us. You're a veteran to us just as much as if you had served. And because of that, people like me, people like Mike, people like Mark, it's not, we do it because you're family. And this is what we need to do, and this is what we have to do, because this is how we stay together, and this is how we protect each other.
And I'd like to throw in here too that since our program started, the whole thing was, I won't tell the whole story, but I was called by God to do this. Something I can't even put in words. Very powerful. And ever since that day in 2007, shortly after we lost Joel, our son, that after that day that I was called, there's been such a passion that it's there, and it's still just as strong or stronger than it was.
Right.
And for these things to happen, this isn't by chance. One of the things I said the night my son was killed was, God doesn't make mistakes. Even though it was painful, it hurts. Sometimes it hurts now, but I know God has a plan, and He has worked circumstances out way beyond my comprehension. And I'm just amazed by the gifts and what people have done for us. That's nice.
It's phones. This is technology.
So anyway, it really is. There's been a lot of things happen here that I've seen miracles, and I do today even, miracle after miracle. So God does deserve all the credit, and but He uses people, good people.
Yep.
And again, I can't thank people enough. It's just, I'm very humbled. You know, I'm a simple country boy,
Right.
you know, high school education. I worked in the woods, you know, I guided, been in the woods all my life. And this is what my son loved to do. He loved the outdoors, and what better way to keep his memory alive and many others. And to share it with you guys is great. And I love it. I wouldn't do anything else. So, yeah, hard to put in words, but can't,
Well, hopefully,
you know, everything is just amazing.
well,
yeah.
the outdoor industry is a very special place, and I think that
Healing.
as we are able to share your story more, I think that more places, more people, more industry people will find ways to help you, because they just need to know, and that's part of why we're here. And this all started for me because of Mark, and you know, Mark was kind enough to think of me and include me, and his program, and here we are. So it's just, you know, for the rest of my life, really, and this is probably true for all the veterans that come through here, just let us know when you need things and what we can do, and we'll figure it out. That's what we do.
Be careful what you ask for.
I know. I know.
I have some big things.
Well, when we get back, we'll give you a list.
Yeah.
No, it is special. I mean, the whole thing, just sitting around talking, having a bowl of ice cream, you know, shooting the breeze, having a cookout, eating lobster.
That might be me.
No, it's me. You know.
You're a wanted man.
Get up.
Hey, boss. That's what happens when you're the boss.
So, yeah, no, it's all good. It's fun. Can't wait for tomorrow to begin.
Yep.
Wait for a phone call that somebody shot a bear,
Yeah.
wounded a bear.
Yeah, hopefully it's him.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Mike.
He's due.
Yeah.
So are you.
Yeah. We'll get one.
So, do one of you guys want to use this rifle? You don't have to. You want to?
Paul, it's for whoever you want.
You brought it. You want to use it?
Do you want me to use
Yep. I do.
it? Mike?
Oh.
Oh, Mike. Either one.
You want me to use this, or would you like to use it?
All right. Again, thank you. yeah, again, can't thank you enough. Hopefully we'll shoot many animals with this.
I think you will.
Yeah.
It's never been hunted with. I mean, it needs a home.
So it's a virgin gun.
It's a virgin gun.
Yeah. I shot one of those last year in South Carolina.
Oh, you mean the one that I was supposed to shoot
The
with?
one you were supposed to
Oh,
shoot.
yeah.
She handed
I
it to
remember
me. I
that.
shot the hog. But,
It is zeroed, but I mean, we should shoot it once more.
Oh.
Let Mike take it out and shoot
yeah.
it once more.
Oh, definitely. Whenever you're moving stuff around. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough.
Yes, sir.
And,
Thank you for the opportunity to be
Yep.
able to help you. It's an honor to be able to help you.
I appreciate
Thank you for what
that.
you've done.
Vice versa. Appreciate it.